Okay. And we are live. I don't think we have anyone joining us yet. It was a late announcement, but welcome everyone to Small Talk, the show where we talk about absolutely nothing important at all. I am the host, Dylan. Joining me this week, I have Eddie Mendez.
Hey.
And we got Sean from Collecting Comics.
Hey guys, what's up?
Pretty exciting. Two new guests haven't had on here. Dean will be joining us later on. For now, we'll just kind of, oh my God, that picture of our face is way too close. Scared the shit out of me. But yeah, I'm excited about this show, having just some fresh faces. Let's get started.
Small talk.
That's pretty nice. That's the first time I've ever played with that. All right, but first, we want to thank our friends over at Waddle Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Small Talk. Now, first, I want to kind of go into what you guys, get to know you guys a little bit. Our listeners can kind of understand what you guys like to collect as far as small things. Obviously, other than 1/6, if you guys do collect 1/6. But first, Eddie, let's go with you. What are some other things that you collect, some other lines?
Yeah, so I kind of have a mix of everything. I collect a lot of stuff. Probably not the best idea to
a lot of
for
dildos.
Yeah. Wow. Nice jump in there, Dean. Appreciate it, man. What's up, man? So anyway, yeah, I collect I have some Marvel Legends. I collect Black Series, mostly Clone Wars stuff. I have some NECA Predators, NECA TMNT movie stuff. McFarlane stuff.
I bought 2 NECA figures today.
What the?
Shut up. Okay, we'll get there, Dean.
Okay.
We gotta get there. We
All right.
definitely have to talk about that. But keep going, Eddie.
Funko Pops, and I think that's pretty much it for the small stuff. Oh, like some 3 3/4 Star Wars stuff. So like a mix of everything.
What about you, Sean? Because you were collecting figure arts, and then you started collecting 6 scale, and then you went back to figure arts, and now you're back at 6 scale.
So I started in the toy game with Marvel Legends,
Okay.
and I went hardcore on that, and I got tired of just having them standing there. So that's when I made the decision to jump to 1/6, and I got some of you. You kind of see some of them back here.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as the small stuff goes, more recently the Black Series. I have a friend at the shop. He's super Star Wars fan, and he's getting me into a lot of it. So I'm trying to stay within Mando, but after that last episode, it's like everything is Mando, everything is Star Wars. You know, I do still have a lot of my SHs. I'm working on an in-game display for the final battle.
Cool.
Hopefully in another month or two, I should have the Bandai exclusive Scarlet Witch and the Bandai exclusive Tony snapping. But I got an email from them about 3 weeks ago that said there was a huge storm off the coast of Hawaii and they lost some of their cargo, being those figures.
Yeah,
and I was like, really? The first time I ever ordered from Bandai like that.
The Ultra Instinct Gokus, or the Omen Gokus.
Yeah.
They lost a bunch of them, dude.
Man, I'm ready to go diving. Let's go.
Right, dude?
So I remember that story that like got posted in a ton of my groups I'm in, and I remember. So my dad used to work for Apple in like the mid 80s to like late to mid 90s actually, and he worked on the logistics side of things a lot to start off with, and then he got moved to like troubleshooting. But he talked all the time about how those ships, they account for losing boxes. Oh my God, Dean, that is amazing.
I picked this up today. It's $20.
From where?
Buddies. It was 30, but he was like, "Oh, it's not a few bucks off." He's like, "Wasn't it your birthday?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right."
Oh my god,
Oh,
that
sick.
because those things are like complete diecast and extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So tell the listeners what it is real quick, Dean.
Oh, are we live? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just shooting the shit from. I didn't mean to say dildos earlier, guys. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, this is from Mass Effect, the series. I want to say it's Mass Effect 2, but it's all of them. But it's the Alliance fighter, and it comes on a little display.
Yeah, they're like Dark Horse series, and they're completely metal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Super
I was
heavy.
surprised just now at how nice it is. But yeah, it
Yeah.
came in the box.
So this is mine. I
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
the
Normandy.
Normandy, man. I'm jealous, dude. I've always wanted one. I could never find one, but yeah, it came in the box. It's really nice.
It's like they're like stupid expensive. This thing was like $40. This little like stupid
Have you
ship.
seen now, dude?
I know.
Normandies are like 150, 200 bucks.
That's the Dark Horse series ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh, they do some good ships, man.
But
They
I see
do.
the Halo ones.
But yeah, they're coming out with the Mass Effect remasters for the new consoles.
saw that.
So I was like, dude, these are gonna either skyrocket in price. I'm not gonna be able to find it, or they'll reissue it. So I was just like, $20.
Yeah, that's awesome. I want one of them so bad. But yeah, going back, like what my dad was saying is they always when they pack those ships up from like Hong Kong and stuff, they account for losing a certain amount because of like storms, weight being off, and it like them falling off. So like they legit like when they when they ship over, they typically send more than what is needed because they expect to lose like a car or some sort of cargo. It's absolutely crazy. But that one I think was just like a bigger amount than what they everyone expected when those ones fell into the seas. But
You know, that
Anyway.
reminds me of like I saw it in the news maybe about a month ago. There was a ship that overturned about a year ago in the Gulf and stuff, and they finally cut through it. And there's just a whole bunch of like brand new trucks and cars that are just sitting in it. They're all on top of each other and stuff. Like, it's crazy how that happens.
yeah, and I remember like years ago, like Seth had his Thanos we
Oh,
get
derailed.
derailed on a train. So it was delayed. But anyway,
Didn't that-
sorry, what?
I was just gonna say, didn't something like that happen with Bandai shipment recently?
Yeah, that's
Like
what
the
you're
yeah.
talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what we're talking about.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, it's
Dylan,
crazy.
this is my Tempest.
So yeah, let's go into like what we got new recently for small stuff. Tempest, that's the new Mass Effect ship,
Yeah.
right? And I actually love the look of that ship. So
It's
is that a
beautiful.
model that you're gonna paint and everything?
I actually 3D printed it.
You did?
Yeah. See, it came in sections, or I had to make it
Yeah.
in sections. But yeah, I 3D printed this. Zach glued it together. I've been wanting to paint it. It's mainly just black and white and with some
Right.
red, but I've just been so lazy. But
I love
Yeah.
the look of that ship.
the Tempest is like a third the size of the Normandy,
Mhm.
which is like a third the size of the Normandy 2. So like to scale a real like a Normandy would be, 3 times as big as this.
Right.
I'm trying to find a good 3D model for the Normandy to print. I can't find one, but
You know what's my favorite is like in the games how you can collect like that like figures of the ships within the
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
yeah.
We could have just a show just off of Mass Effect, I feel
Oh, we
like.
really could do
But
that.
or at least like an episode one night and just
If-
talk about
if
that.
you ever want to, I'm totally down.
But what Eddie, have you gotten anything recently?
Yeah, just this last couple of days, I picked up this guy today at a Target. The new McFarlane Batman.
Hell yeah. What do you think of it?
Oh, dude, I'm in love with these Batman that he's doing, dude. That's pretty much the only ones that I pick up, but they're beautiful looking, you know. The sculpt and paint on them looks amazing. I also got this guy.
Dude,
Yes,
going
that's the Bruce Wayne Flashpoint one, right?
Yeah.
from what like Mattel was putting out to these is
Yeah.
night and day.
Right, or
Dude,
DC
they're-
or DC Direct or whatever they were.
Yeah,
Those
and
DC Direct were not good figures at all.
like McFarlane, you could definitely have some complaints, but it's like what you were getting before, dude. You should be fucking like bowing. At
I
his
know,
feet,
right?
dude?
Yeah, they're beautiful, man.
What about you, Sean?
On the Batman subject, I watched a small video of McFarlane showing the Batman Beyond, and I am really not a DC guy at all. But I was like, man, that Batman Beyond was legit. I'm gonna have to. That might be the one DC figure that I end up picking up.
Yeah,
But,
that one looks pretty good.
I think this is the newest thing I got.
Is that
Was
Legends?
The 5-pack.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
dope pack.
Dude, I don't know why they didn't make the figure look like that to begin with, because that's fucking
This
Seriously.
this is the only reason I bought the 5-pack. This right here.
It looks good.
I was decently happy with all the rest of the wave.
Is that
But-
Amazon exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Is it sold out?
No,
I don't know.
I
I
thought
don't
it.
know. When it released, it wasn't. But because of Cole Obsidian, that's the only reason I picked it up, because I wanted him to be the most movie accurate from in-game, working on my in-game display, right? I think Proxima looks like the next best. She's a little bit off color, just a little bit on her armor, and then Maw, and then the Thanos.
Okay,
But
I have a lot of questions about this pack because we talked about this on the show, and it was I think you might have even been watching that show where we talked about it, Sean, because I think you were posting in the chat about it. I know this one is kind of somewhat what would you say, talked about a lot when they came out with the 5-pack, because people were saying, they're like, oh, sick, I just spent like 4 years trying to get all 5 of these together, and now they just come out
Seriously.
with this
Yeah,
more accurate 5-pack all in one thing, and
Yeah,
it
'cause
is
some of
Oh.
those were super expensive. The what's his name with the spear?
Corvus
'Cause you
Glaive.
could- Yeah, because you could only
Corvus.
get him in a 2-pack, so his price
Right.
was stupid high.
Yeah.
Then the Call Obsidian was a Build-A-Figure, so his price was stupid high. And
But
it's
the
like,
Luke
that's
was-
not even what he looked
the
like.
the Loki was pretty cool though, because it came with the Tesseract and stuff like that. I mean, I ended up getting rid of it when I was dumping my Legends to fund the Hot Toys game, but the I kept the Glaive. In the comics, he was my favorite Black Order person, but from the movie, it's definitely Cole Obsidian. Even though he really doesn't do all that much, even Ebony Maw takes more of the leadership role over Corvus Glaive. But what is your questions? I want to know.
Okay, so that Call Obsidian looks really good, by the way, when you put him in the camera. A lot better than I would have expected from Marvel Legends.
Yeah, it looks really
Also, by the way, everyone, it's still available on Amazon for $120. Free shipping, not bad. How does it scale with a bunch of other smaller? I know you collect like SH figure arts and things like that. Like, I would consider this set and just like get rid of Thanos or just leave him in the box or something, and get the rest of them to like maybe put with like either an SH figure arts or like the new the Mezco one that's going to be released, something like that. How does it scale?
So I'm a huge Thanos fan, and y'all, if you watch Collecting Comics and just how much I talk about him or Cosmic Guys and stuff, he was my most disappointing figure of the group. I thought being an Infinity War figure, he needed some more stuff. There was some inaccuracies and stuff like that, but scale wise, I think he fits pretty well. I mean, when I make the full display, I think the main thing I'm going to use him for is I'll probably build some kind of like rock structure or something like that and put him and the whole team on it. I am getting the Mezco Thanos, so I'm excited to see how that looks. And then I'm also getting the SH Thanos that's coming out here soon, hopefully this month. And compared to everybody else, he's a little bit bigger. He's a little bit bigger, but not much, but I feel like he needs to look bigger.
Yeah, he is bigger than Thanos, right? I
Yeah,
thought he
he's
was
big.
in the
He's bigger than Thanos.
yeah.
For like the hero side of it, I have a mix of it. So it's like SH Iron Man, Cap and Thor.
Mhm.
Everybody else's legends because they just really don't have SHs with the exception of a few like Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange, Black Panther, a couple others, Star Lord and stuff. But I mean, I love him. He can look slightly off, but it's not going to change what I think about him. I think he's the best figure out of that pack.
Definitely.
So Eddie, Mando, one of our watchers right now, he asked.
That's my brother.
Oh, okay. That makes sense because he said just subbed to the channel trying to get some reviews about smaller scale figures. I was gonna say I was gonna tell you to tell him what you thought of Flashpoint, but I'm guessing if it's your brother, he's heard.
I don't think I've talked to him about it though, because he doesn't really. No, he doesn't collect small scale. But he loves Batman, and I keep sending him pictures of these to try and get him into these because they're really cool. But dude, that Flashpoint is sick. I mean, the sculpt on it is amazing. The paint is amazing. It looks really cool. So
yeah, I know that one with the community, everyone loves it, but yeah, the only shitty thing is it's a Target exclusive, which my Target actually had a whole like stock of them in a what do you call them, an end cap or end display.
Yeah.
They had like a whole stock of them, so they're easy to find. And I recently HBO has the animated movie, What He's From, the Flashpoint movie where it talks about like a different reality essentially, where Bruce Wayne dies and it's his dad who becomes Batman. It's crazy actually. But yeah, it's so what I got new. Okay. I'm going to get a lot of hate. I haven't taken them out of the box yet, but I'm going to. I am jacked about this, and I got to shout out my girlfriend. So she does shipped, if you've ever heard of that. Yeah. Deliveries from like Target and Best Buy, I think, and maybe like Petco or something. But anyway, so she's always at Target, and I gave her a list of figures to find for me.
She's already hustling.
She checks every goddamn time. She is on that shit. And she randomly calls me or snaps me a picture one day, and she's like, "Is this one of the ones you wanted?"
Oh man.
And I was like, "What?" Yes. Run away right now because people might punch you in the face for that figure.
Seriously, girlfriend of the year.
Yeah, this is a G.I. Joe Cobra Viper. If anyone doesn't know, it's notoriously famous right now. Infamous, I should say. It's a Target exclusive because it's Cobra Island. Anything Cobra Island for G.I. Joes is Target exclusive. And it's pretty cool. I should have taken it out for the show. That was dumb. But it's an awesome looking figure. I'm so jacked about it. And they are extremely hard to find. That's the other thing, is that is one of the worst scalped lines, or I guess figures, that I can remember in a long time.
Seriously, dude. I don't know what's more sought after right now, those G.I. Joes or the vaccine.
Yeah. The groups just go wild over them. It's
I feel like though it's a little. I'm not a huge G.I. Joe fan. I watched some of the movies and I got into it, but I never followed it from the beginning or anything like that. But like, just from what I've seen here in San Antonio, I mean, some people are dumping them off, and they're just kind of sitting there. So it's either everybody has them or nobody wants them.
At least here in town, it's like if you're finding them, that means everyone's got them already.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how it is for Dylan because he lives in a little small town.
My Target is very hit or miss. The crazy thing is the app. So everyone's been bitching about the Target app because it'll say it's in stock, and like there's been times where I've told my girlfriend, I've been like, "Amanda, it says it's in stock. Go look for it." And she's like, "It's not there. I promise." I like checked up and down the aisles. It's nowhere to be found. When she found these, it said not in stock in your store. So
that's fucking asshole.
Yeah, and like Pop Finder's all off and wonky now because people were going nuts about that with these exclusives. And let me show you the other figure she found. The other one she found is the deluxe pack.
Oh, nice.
For Black Series. I don't have a Beskar Mando yet, and the only other Mando I have is the um the what do you call it? The shiny one.
Oh,
I'm brain farting. The carbonized.
yeah.
I have the
Oh,
carbonized
I was
Mando.
looking right at it, like, what the fuck are you called?
Yeah, but that's the only other one I have, and that one I decided from the get-go that I was keeping that in box. So this
Did
one I'm actually
you
jacked to take
did
out.
you have a Baby Yodes?
I did not. I also
Oh,
did not
okay.
have a Baby
Cool.
Yoda. Um,
So for me, because I got a Beskar and I got a Baby Yodes.
yeah,
So to get that pack, like the only added benefit would be the removable helmet, which why?
and the Beskar pieces, but like how big of a deal is that? I guess.
Yeah, and because the Baby Yoda, that one's not even articulated.
No,
The
he's
one
a
that's a
complete
single pack
statue.
is. So I was like, well. But,
So
I
does
mean, I don't
does
get
yours
to
come
turn
with
around.
does yours come with a jetpack?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the one thing that I was really impressed with this, obviously it's mainly a remake, and you can kind of see his skin underneath the helmet. I know this one has a terrible head sculpt, but I'm never gonna take the helmet off anyways.
Yeah.
Is the two guns that he comes with, the paint job on it looks really good. I don't know what it's like on yours, Dean, but that I was really impressed with.
I don't even know what I did with this.
The other thing I just got in the mail actually, so was this one. I was after this one.
Oh man, I need that.
Yeah, and so I had been with them or on this one for a while, obviously from the I think from the day they released what, Dean?
Oh, I was gonna say I just need the loyalist now, and I'm good. Or the loyalist and Ahsoka.
Yeah, the loyalist I'm not super crazy for, mainly because I thinking I may get the Hot Toys, which is pretty much the same thing, and then the Ahsoka I'm for sure getting the Hot Toy.
The loyalist is the original, like Boba Fett style armor.
Yeah,
The Hot Toys is the Mando style armor.
that's true. That is crazy. I didn't even think about the hell. Yeah, they redo it all, but it was funny because Sean actually he messaged me and had an open one of these, and the day that he asked if I was like interested in it, I was like, yes, I am. And then it was like 9:30 at night, and I ended up going to bed, and I woke up, or I think it was the next day. We like talked, and then on like a day or the next day, there's like an opening on Walmart's website where he went up again for pre-order, and I got one in, and I'm like, okay, sorry, don't worry about it. I got one, and I was jacked. I didn't think
You're a butthole.
I could get one. You know,
You are
terrible.
a butthole.
But
And you know,
What?
that was right before my buddy was like, okay, start getting Black Series. Because I was going hunting because they had asked. For me, it's more about the hunt. You know,
Right.
if I could find the figure for me or for somebody else, that's what it's about. And I have a spot that I go to that I mentioned here in San Antonio once. And by the time I got out of work to go get up a couple more because another friend asked for them, most of them were gone. And I was like, you know what? I can't say anything now. But I ended up with two extra ones. And I was like, man, they're cool. I'm really into the Star Wars stuff right now. But I don't know if I want to go for it. And I put them up on Stash, and a buddy of mine that I've sold to before, he's like, I'll take it. And I was like, okay, you know, it's yours. And I think I even sold it to him at like retail or something like that. I don't remember.
The retail, wow.
yeah, you were for sure getting me a good price on there. But like I remember saying, like, I'm in North Dakota, right? Because I'm like the
Yeah.
only one in the collecting community or collecting weekly admin that's really not in the Texas area.
Well, this guy now.
Yeah, now
Eddie.
yeah, now Eddie. But at the time I was, so I was like, I'm not really there, right? And you're like, yeah, no problem. But yeah. So sorry, I had to back out.
Oh no, it's all good.
Weird timing. How I was like, oh my god, yeah, perfect. And then
But that's even better though.
yeah, so I was jacked about that. This one, I'm still interested to see if Hot Toys will make a version of it. So I didn't even
I
say
hope
what
so.
it is. It's the Mandalorian Super Commando. So it's like Darth Maul's
Yeah.
commandos that like pretty much kick ass on the show for a couple episodes, and then, but yeah, I was jacked about that. And then real quick, I just got the Mezco Black Adam in.
Oh, cool.
He is pretty awesome. I had him out actually already, but it's a PX exclusive, so he comes in a metal tin. But I got this one mainly. I had always planned to, but I figured with a movie coming out or rumors of a movie coming out of Black Adam that his price was going to skyrocket. So I figured to get him while I could.
Definitely.
And yeah, he's very light in accessories. Not worth the price unless you're a big Black Adam fan. It's not. There's not a whole lot to get excited about. I mean, like I always say, it's what Mezco does best is soft goods. But yeah, it's just not that great. So I guess that kind of segues us into the first segment of.
Whoa, I didn't even get to do mine.
I thought you did with your ship.
No, remember I told you about NECA? You were like, whoa, wait.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's see it.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. Those are older ones, right?
Yeah, Valerian
Yeah.
and Laureline. I've been wanting these, and their prices was always like kind of stupid high at like the local shops. But I went to Alien Worlds today. Actually, I went to Heroes and Fantasies first, and they were like $30 each, but they didn't have Laureline. And I was like, I don't want to drop $60, and they don't even have the girl. And then I went to Heroes, and they had them both for they were 20 each, so a little cheaper. So yeah, I was like, dude, fuck yeah, finally. Because I think the thing with Alien Worlds is they always had Laureline, but they never had Valerian. But yeah, I got some NECA figures today, so I'm pretty excited. And then yeah, the little Alliance fighter.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
No, that's awesome because I know you always complain about Hot Toys making their Valerian figures when they showed them.
I know, dude. They were gonna be cool, dude. Because that's like the only cool thing about that movie is the outfits. But
yeah,
I never saw that movie.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's a fun movie. You know.
Yeah.
Just turn your brain off and watch it.
That's all it counts sometimes, especially in sci-fi.
Yeah.
That's why I love sci-fi. Is sometimes it can be super intricate and crazy, like Interstellar, and then sometimes it can be pretty much best of everything, like Star Wars, and then sometimes, yeah, you just turn your brain off and watch it, and it's still good. Like, what is it, Lost in Space, Dean? That I think you told me to watch one time, the Netflix.
Oh, on Netflix, dude, I love that show.
It's an easy show to watch, but it's fun.
Dude, if you like Lost in Space, check out The Expanse on Amazon.
I'm not. I don't want to yet because I'm reading those books.
Dude, it's fucking good.
The books are freaking good. I've read the first one halfway through the second right now.
I told my buddy, I was like, dude, you should watch the show. He's like, I don't know. I was like, dude, it's like Mass Effect's TV show. And he was like, And then like 2 days later, he was like, dude, I just finished all seasons. It's so good. I was like, I told you.
Yeah, I'm jacked to check that show out after I finish reading. Sure. But I guess since Dean ruined my segue, I'm going to go into a little bit different news to lead the show off. I'm just kidding, Dean. I love you. So some big news that came out. I got this news from Toy Arc, but I know that they released this themselves. That Toy Fair New York 2021 is already canceled. Toy Fair Dallas is still on for now. I think the intro to the official, it's the Toy Association Sets 2021 to 2022 trade show and market plans. They came out and pretty much stated the intro to their big long message. They said January 7th, 2021, as COVID remains insufficiently resolved. Love that wording, by the way, insufficient. The Toy Association has announced that it will not conduct an interim trade show for New York in 2021, which is previously planned to take place May 1st to the 4th. Plans for Toy Fair Dallas remain on course for October 2021 and providing an ongoing mix of physical and digital business opportunities for the industry to be the association's focus this year. And then it goes on. There's, I think, like 4 or 5 more paragraphs, but yeah, essentially, I thought that was pretty big that they already had canceled a convention that was planned for May. And yeah, it's pretty crazy that they're already kind of thinking ahead with that, and they're probably onto something. It probably isn't going to be resolved by then. But yeah, what do you guys think of that?
I think you could see it coming. You know, like that's probably this whole year we could probably expect the same thing.
When was it supposed to be?
May 1st to the 4th.
Yeah, I mean that's not too far away, huh?
Mm-hmm.
When's the one in Dallas?
October, they said. So that one's still on. Have you guys ever been to the one in Dallas? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense that the stuff at the beginning of the year is going to be canceled still. But I mean, hopefully, hopefully shit gets better by summer. Otherwise, they're probably going to cancel it too. You know.
Yeah. Right. Like Comic-Con and everything too. It doesn't look good for Comic-Con at this point. It's just all pretty big bummer, but obviously worse things are happening out there. So the fact that we're sitting here just talking about toys is a good thing, right? All right, so moving on finally to Mezco Minute. This one, it's pretty short. Not a whole lot's happened since the last show. I am extremely butthurt. It's a butthurt episode for me. This one was an exclusive. It's the White Skull agent that went up for pre-order on their secret part of their website, and I fucking hate that they do this. It drives me bonkers. So it's a section of their website called Slugfest Emporium of Badassery. With certain things, it's cool because they have like the Baker's Dozen, which was just a pack of a bunch of guns, for like your figures, like $30, and then they had like a couple heads, and then pins and posters and just random shit like that. That I'm fine with them just posting it secretly in there. But this figure was a figure limited to 500 pieces and sold out within minutes.
Wow.
It opened up out of nowhere, I believe 2 days ago I think it was Monday at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time. And by 12:16, when I hopped on the wait list, it was sold out. And I believe it even sold out within minutes is what people are saying. The reason I'm butthurt about this one is the backstory they finally provided. This coincides with their line of kind of their own universe they made up, based off of their logo or mascot, which is kind of cool. But he comes with like a trench coat. He comes with an MP40, a couple other guns that we had, or another gun, a knife, goggles, and of course he has a white skull. He doesn't come with any extra head sculpts, which is interesting. Because $112, they made bank with this guy so fast because there's no licenses for them to pay for. And yeah, the problem is that he's extremely limited to 500 pieces. If anyone knows the Mezco Punisher comic book version, like the OG one, goes for like $800 sometimes, and that one is limited to 400 pieces. So this one's going to be not good for people trying to get them. But they provided a really cool backstory for him. That's why I want him. I really like the backstory they provided for him, and we're probably going to see him in some of their upcoming comics. I still think they're going to eventually build up to where they actually have their own comic. I don't know what you call it, line. Sean, you can chime in here, but they include comics every once in a while with their figures to like kind of tell a little bit of a small story or background about some of them. Eventually, I think they're going to be mass produced, but right now they aren't. I hope they get there sometime.
So I was meaning to ask you about this because the only other Mezco I currently own is the Iron Man. They did the gold,
super
and they did
underrated.
Right, and they did the Cell suit, right?
Yep.
And then I have the Thanos on order, but I started seeing this pop up. I started seeing, I think, what is his name? The Baron
Ben.
Yeah. And then
In the Aquaticons or something.
Right, exactly. And I was like, what's the story behind this? Like they look really cool, but like I don't even know and I find out that it's like a Mezco line, but or a Mezco story, but I can't ever find anything on it. So you're talking about comics, so you tell me.
So him, yeah, they created. He's essentially. There's not a whole lot to go with him yet. They had a really short one, like a small one about him. And he essentially is like one of the last what it's like a certain type of hero. I forget what they call him. But he's in the same universe, but they don't reference how he coincides with like Gomez, who's essentially like an agent for a certain group that we don't know. The Holy Divers. He's Baron Benz is the last of the Holy Divers of the Order of the Holy Divers, and essentially he's just a big, super powerful hero. That's pretty much the story. I believe the comic that came with him was very short, and it just like played a story or showed a story about him kicking ass essentially. But he was actually one of my favorites from last year too, or 2 years ago. No, it was last year. And yeah, he has a really cool one too. He was a really cool one, part of the same universe, and they call it like the Rumble Society universe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could really take the whole series anywhere they want, and I feel like if they mass produced the line, they could really blow it up.
If you're talking about a comic publisher, I could see someone like Boom picking this up. I mean, it already has a figure line and it's kind of working backwards. But I could see one like Boom with like what they did with Power Rangers and stuff, and how they bring out Lord Dracon and things like that. I mean, canon but not canon kind of thing, I guess. And or the other one I'm thinking about is like Titan Comics.
Oh, okay.
Like how they did like Assassin's Creed and stuff, and then I can't remember who their toy line is for Assassin's Creed, but those would be the two off the top of my head if you're thinking like a bigger publishers.
Yeah.
Maybe Atomic, but Atomic kind of runs into that like fantasy, bubbly vampire kind of thing every now and then. So
Okay. Yeah, I hope it eventually gets mass produced and someone picks it up. That would be a lot of fun. But moving on, we kind of got to start hustling up here. We're killing the time. On to Mafex Madness. They're pretty quiet too. They typically come out with 2 releases at a time. But this time around, it's just the Return of Superman, Mafex number 150 Superman. This is a 90s Superman, I believe, in a black suit, and he's got like jetpacks in his boots or something. I don't know a ton about this character except that it's hilarious that it's a Superman with a mullet. And yeah, I've heard everyone kind of have the same reaction to it. With it's like, oh, cool, and then that's it. But I don't know much about this, Sean. I know you go farther into the comics with the Marvel side, but do you know anything about this guy?
you know what? I don't, but just this week DC dropped their future state, and Cal, Superman, he is donning his black suit again, and the story behind this particular look that he's going to have is that he's like a shackled gladiator, beaten down. I almost kind of feel like it's going to be like a Planet Hulk thing or a World War Hulk thing, or in armor, Ragnarok kind of style. So I don't know. I have not picked that book up yet. So I want to read it. It seems interesting, even though I mainly read the Marvel stuff. But I've not seen this before.
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, so that was pretty much all we had for Mafex. Moving on to McFarlane. Spawn is up for Toy of the Year awards. It's like a national award, like a for real award. I voted for it. I know they're pushing their fans to vote for them as well. I believe this is the $80 crowdfunded one.
Mm-hmm.
Dean, this is the one you have coming, right?
Yes, sir. This
I have
exact
Okay.
one.
So yeah,
I ordered it too.
Really?
I
You got-
ordered the classic and the modern version.
I prefer the
Nice.
classic one.
That's probably what I would have done if I would have backed it. That's probably what I should have did. But
The only reason I didn't get the modern one is like for some reason it was solicited with just the unmasked portrait,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm not a fan of the way he kind of just looks like meat.
mm,
And I was like, I'll just get the classic one. And then I have the Mortal Kombat one, which is modern Spawn anyway.
yeah.
So I wanted the classic Spawn because it's
Well, I
so
think
fucking cool.
that head sculpt is the selling point for that one for me. That's why I picked it up.
Because you're a fucking weirdo.
I guess so, man. I don't know, but it's pretty dope.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. He updated everybody yesterday. He's like, they're coming from China, so you should be getting your shipping numbers as soon as they get here. Then you'll get your routing or your tracking number, and then they'll ship it. So
Nice.
any day now, man. I'm fucking waiting, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
excited to start seeing some of these reviews for it. It's gonna be pretty crazy, I think. He also had a video recently where he showed Gold Label, The Witcher, the Spawn Mandarin or Mandarin Spawn figures, and then his own Batman Gold Label that's designed specifically by him. Looks like the Noel one though, quite a bit.
Kinda, yeah.
But he added a lot of his own. They're all what?
We saw the Witcher, but not this figure, but his statue.
Mm-hmm.
The Geralt, the McFarlane. It's like 12 inches. It's pretty fucking cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of got me excited for these.
Yeah, these are all Walmart exclusives, and
they're
I
hitting
think
now.
yeah, they're hitting now. As of like today or yesterday, whenever you post that video on Facebook. But is it Geralt or Geralt? Of
Geralt.
Rivia? Geralt. He is actually only like yeah, we'll call him Jerry. Jerry's he's only $15.50 on their website. I noticed the other two are $20. So
weird.
I thought that was kind of odd. He did mention there's a second series of Gold Label coming soon. I'm sure he'll keep us updated. He's a quirky guy. Have you ever watched his video?
Dude, his videos, I love those videos.
In his most recent one, he took a picture of, and he's like, "I did my haircut for wearing a mask. This is what you want it to look like, and this is what you don't, where you like shave too close." Just a quirk. He's just an odd guy, but he's funny. If you ever watch like the Foosh with Robo, he always has these intros with him. It's so funny.
Yeah, he's pretty funny, dude.
But some of the bigger news, I know we don't do a whole lot of like rumors or things like this, but I can definitely see this coming. This was released in one of the groups that rumors of Justice League figures coming for McFarlane, including Snyder Cut Justice League figures, because there's like Darkseid in there. There's a few of them or two different versions of them. So a lot of people think that they're going to do a couple Snyder Cut versions of them. We could probably be seeing, if that's true, where they'll be arrival May to June 2021. I could see them start leaking or showing announced pictures of them within the next couple months, but that's pretty cool if they end up doing that. Do you guys? Oh yeah, you do, Eddie. You said you collect the.
Yeah, I would definitely love to see Ben Affleck Batman from him if he does do the Justice League stuff.
Yeah,
that would be dope.
Yeah, I'd be jacked to see what it looks like. Super 7, we've stayed away from them for a while just because they do constant releases, a ton of stuff. I thought this one was pretty cool in their 3 3/4 inch scale line of reaction figures. There are 4 glow-in-the-dark figures that they just released. The Toxic Avenger, Alfred Hitchcock, Maria from Metropolis. Oh, why can't I talk on here? Count Orlok from Nosferatu. These look pretty cool. They also did like a Mars Attacks wave of 3 figures. They call them like the Invasion Begins, which is just like a soldier of a Martian. And then they had like Destroying a Dog, they called the figure, and it's just like one where he kills a dog. And then they had a Burning Flesh one where the guy is like burning up. But this one I thought that was pretty cool too. They're actually doing
Oh,
a
this is
couple,
cool.
yeah, a couple figures from Wu-Tang. This guy's obviously old dirty bastard with card back from the Return to 36 Chambers album. I just thought that, like, the packaging they do on their figures is a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. They do a good job with that.
If
And
they
get pretty
did more of like the rock and roll stuff with like the album card like this, that would be sick. Because I know they did Kiss stuff, right? And
Yeah, they've done a couple different ones. I know they're older and rock ones they've done, because I think they've done like Alice. No, can't remember if it was Alice Cooper. Yeah, I can't remember if that's who it was, but I know they've done a couple other ones, and yeah, I think they're pretty small releases. But yeah, I hope they expand on this line. That'd be cool if they just kind of go into the rap game with it. It's kind of neat. So Eddie, I know you collect Pops, you said.
yeah.
They got some news coming. I'll just let you take this away.
Yeah, so with the cancellation of Toy Fair 2021, Funko announced their own sort of version of Toy Fair, like a virtual con. And Funko Fair 2021 starts on the 19th, and it's pretty much their way of announcing all the new product for 2021. So seems pretty cool.
Yeah, and I saw on the message you sent me that they plan to have a ton of different licenses there. Like, I think they have like DC, pretty much a bunch of the main ones showing up that they'll probably show off.
Yeah, they got like DC. I think they have like a whole day planned out for Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney, because those are obviously like their biggest lines. So pretty cool, man.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if they're going to put I don't know how this works at all, Eddie. Are they going to put like pre-orders up online, and then you have to kind of go in and hopefully?
I think certain sites,
okay,
certain comic shops will have them for order, I think, and then like certain like Shumi Nation, I know, is a Funko selling site. They usually have it up with the like whatever pictures they show, but then like you won't see it at like big stores like Walmart and Target and things like that for a long, like, until they actually announce the finished product.
Gotcha.
Well,
Yeah,
I can't wait
so-
for the Parks and Rec ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, man. That would be sick.
You'll have to see if they're coming out with more. And then you said you want to talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, so
What-
this is their collector core subscription box. They have like these Amazon subscription boxes that they do this one's every other month, and I think they have a Star Wars one as well that I think runs on the month when this one isn't going. But this month's theme is Lucha Libre, which is like their version of Marvel characters dressed up as Lucha Libre wrestlers. So it's pretty cool. I think this box in particular ships at the end of the month, and it comes with 3 pops and a t-shirt. They usually come with like you get lucky if it's like 2 or more pops, because it's like, I think the box is $29.99. So for this one in particular, getting 3 pops and a t-shirt is a really good like deal, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I've gotten a couple in the past. They're pretty cool. Like, I think the last theme was X-Men Anniversary, when like they released all the Marvel Legends stuff. They did their like movie anniversary stuff.
So
Came
how
out
much?
2 months ago.
How much is this box?
I think it's $29.99 for the subscription every 2 months. And a lot of the times,
Every 2 months.
yeah, it runs bi-monthly. And then a lot of the times, they'll go back up and they'll be like on clearance. Like, there's some on Amazon right now from older collector core boxes that end up going down to like $20, $19. So if you don't want to pay the subscription, you might get lucky and end up seeing the box sold later for cheaper, because they make like a ton of these. These are not like limited at all.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
yeah.
So with the subscriptions, you can cancel anytime, right?
Yeah. So that's usually what I'll do, because like I don't collect when I first started collecting, I used to like go crazy on pops and just buy everything.
Yeah.
And now what I'll do is I'll subscribe if there's a box that I want, and then if the next box theme I'm not interested in it, then I'll cancel it and pick it up later.
Okay. Very cool. So I know we never did ask the question. I wanted to ask you guys your top 3 figures. And Sean, I know you said you have only 10 pops left from your big collection of them. I'll ask you what those 10 are. But first, Eddie, what are your top 3 figures you have in your collection? I forgot to ask this.
Like any figures or pops?
Any
Oh,
whatsoever.
That's kind of hard. I think my top 3, if I'm going off of small scale stuff, is man, I don't know. Let me think.
Love asking.
Someone else. Yeah, sorry. Someone else go before me so I can think of a small
Sean,
scale.
do you have any?
Small scale, definitely my SH rescue, thanks to Zach. And then I'm been digging the Black Series, so I would say my Mando, my Black Series Mando. And then definitely the Cole Obsidian. Yeah, those.
He does look
been,
really good.
I was so happy with them, so happy. And he has some of his little issues, but not enough for me to be like, I can't do it. He doesn't hold the weapon very well, but if you can kind of fudge it a little bit.
All right, Dean, I think yours changed, or I know I've asked you this, but you've gotten probably new ones since. So let's hear about your Robotech one. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude.
Give me a second. I'll be right back. Keep it going, Dean.
Yeah, top 3 would be my Play Arts Kai, Cloud, and Fenrir from Advent Children. Just fucking flawless. Then 2 would have to be my VF1J Chigokin. That thing is utterly just everything you'd ever imagine it to be. And then, God, dude. My 3rd would probably be... It's probably just another Cloud figure. My Cloud and the Hardy Daytona original Play Arts Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud's my favorite character.
Yeah.
In fact, I just ordered another one today. I'm waiting for the shipping notification, but I'm getting it from Japan. I don't know if you guys have ever ordered off Ami Ami before.
I know of it. I've never ordered from them though.
But you find what you want to buy, and then you order it, and then they send you an invoice later.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like, okay, it'll be this much, but then we'll just let you know how much shipping is.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shipping charge comes in, and then you pay it, and then they ship it. It's weird. It's like, why don't you just tally that shit up when I order it? It's weird. Because it's I don't want to commit to buy this if I don't know how much shipping is. Because one time I found Zach a figure that he was looking for, and it was on sale for $40, but then the shipping was almost 30, so it's he wasn't saving any money.
Yeah.
So it's I wish they didn't do that, but I mean, you could get some really good deals. I think even if the shipping was $30, I'd still come out on top for this figure.
I think for all my Japanese release stuff, I order from Anime Export, and they charge you for the figure ahead of time, but they don't charge you shipping too until you, because it's kind of like Big Bad. They hold it for you until you've your pile of loot until you're ready to ship. And yeah, and then shipping is usually I pay for the longer shipping because I don't mind waiting, but it's usually $15, I think.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
That's what I was saying. Even if the shipping was $30 on this, I would still come out on top of buying it.
Yeah,
brand new. I think brand new they're $130-ish, but they also, since they're an actual store in Japan, people I guess put stuff or bring stuff in. Mm-hmm. So they have used stuff, which is I bought a lot of used stuff from Ami Ami because you get crazy good deals.
Yeah.
And then the shipping is stupid fast sometimes. It's crazy.
It's like Amazon Japan too. It makes no sense why Amazon Japan is so cheap sometimes.
Yeah,
because sometimes it'll get there even quicker than like ordering something from United States regular
Yes.
Japan.
I told the story on the show one time. I ordered something. I got the shipping notification Saturday morning, and by Monday morning, I was at my house.
Damn.
I was like, "What?" Because they left a notice like, "Oh, we missed you," and I was like, "What could it have been?" I didn't remember ordering anything, and then I looked, and it was Ami Ami. I was like, "There's no way it got here this fast."
Yeah.
And then other times I've waited like 2 weeks for it to even like leave, and then I'll get it relatively quickly. I would say like 9 times out of 10 it's super fast shipping though. But Dylan, I was saying when you left, most of my top 3 are cloud figures.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
you know what though? I'd switch one out. I'm gonna switch it out. So if I'm going off of figures that I've had, if I go by figures that I've had the most fun with, it's definitely the Lightning collection with the Power Rangers. Like I've gone hardcore, like over anything else. That's what I've collected. I finally got my Green Ranger. I got 5 putties. I got the 2-pack for Rita and Zed. You know, and that's been the most fun I've had.
Dude, I almost bought some today. Bunny had some used ones, and I was like, But I
Tempting.
withheld.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go into Zeo soon.
We gotta have you on more, Sean, because Power Rangers is a shortcoming of mine. I never watched them as a kid, but I know they're extremely popular, obviously. And
You could only watch them until the 30. I think it's the 31st on Netflix. I think they're keeping Mighty Morphin, and they're getting rid of all the other ones.
Oh wow.
So I gotta rush to watch Zeo, and then any of the other ones because I stopped watching after Turbo. So
I used to buy some of those when the line first came out, and then I decided when Ace Toys had their 1/6 line, I was going to go for those. And now that 3-0 is doing it, I'm going for those. So I had some and I sold them. But if Lightning Collection ever did the Wild Force line, dude, I'd be all over that. I know that's not like one of the most popular Power Rangers shows, but that was one of my favorites with the what were they, like Zoids or whatever, the giant
right.
Yeah,
There's some
that would be dope.
There's some variants at the shop that I'm waiting on picking up. I just gotta wait for them to get priced out and stuff. But it was that whole thing where I don't even know what the villain is, but she's like surrounding 5 other Rangers from different continuities and stuff. But those were pretty cool. So I'm getting pretty heavy into those. I mean, real nostalgia.
awesome. Yeah, Mark Pearson posted earlier in the chat. I was waiting for Mezco to do Power Rangers, but then 3-0 announced a 6 scale at Mezco price point. No kidding. That's everyone wants Mezco to do Power Rangers because they would blow. They would kill it. But considering the license, it would probably be $50.
Mezco hasn't killed anything.
All right, Dean. I'll just mute.
All right, Zach, calm down.
Anyway. Moving on to something Dean actually does like. We got SH Figure Arts Super Saiyan Full Power Son Goku. Is he up for pre-order? Coming out June 2021 for $37.
Yeah, I don't think he's up for pre-order yet. But yeah, this is exactly what I thought. Like $30, $35.
Yeah.
So
Swappable faceplates. You're gonna get him? I think you said on the show you were, right?
Yeah, easy. Because
Yeah.
I have the first Super Saiyan Goku, and he's like even his gi is like yellow. Like it's weird. It's like a weird figure. But the 2.0 body is superior in every way. And then it's just like, that's Goku. Like that's Super Saiyan Goku. Like I want it so bad. I can't wait.
Gotcha. Eddie and Sean, do you guys collect Dragon Ball Z and anything?
This is another line that I used to collect and then I sold them, but I think I'm gonna get into just like the Goku and maybe the Dragon Ball Z figures. But this looks dope. This looks really cool, man.
Like
So
go ahead.
Oh no, I'll cut you off. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say it is cool that now Target is stocking them. It's nice. It's cool that you see these in retailers. What were you gonna say, Sean?
So I watched it and I loved it, but I turned more to back in the day to Gundam Wing. So that's where I was at. My brother was a huge Dragon Ball fan, and I watched most of Super when it came out, but Gundam Wing has always been my thing. So I leaned a little bit more to that with the model kits and things like that. The one in 144 and the master grades.
I'm still fucking waiting for somebody to make character figures from Gundam.
It's cool when you get the little pilot that goes inside, but give
I want a 6-inch Hito Yui or a Tro
Exactly.
or Duo Maxwell, Kitra. Like I want all those characters in a 6-inch.
It's just hard because I think when I was younger I built the 144, but when I got out of college I got the master grades. And to find something of scale that will match up to them, because I feel like if it's something like a Gundam, you can't just have a 6-inch of Hito. You know what I mean? Maybe if you do a separate display of them, like kind of doing their little pose that they did in the little intro or something, that would be cool. But you can't, yeah, exactly. But you can't have them like standing next to the Gundam, even if you had a perfect grade. Where they're like
pretty dope.
Yeah, but still, they'd be up to like their knee, their shin, or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe if you were highlighting the characters, that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Collecting Rarities with Rainer. We were talking Gundams with I'm sorry, buddy, I just forgot his name. Adam? No, I forgot. I'm sorry, but I have they're like 3 3/4 inch character figures from Gundam Wing. Those would look okay, but even there, I think too big. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, even has anyone came out with like I know this would be extremely expensive and hard to do, but Seth is who you're talking about, Seth Billiot.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I could not remember.
Yeah, I listened to that episode, but like a diecast. I know some have diecast parts, but not a full like diecast Gundam. I bet you that would be very cool, but super expensive.
Yeah, so I have the one. What I think it's a 1/100. It's called the Gundam Figuration RX-78, and he's mostly diecast. Again, he's only 1/100 scale, so he's basically like a 7-inch tall figure, and it's fucking gorgeous, dude. It's got all the paint apps, all the decals, so like from the waist down, and like his arms are all like die cast. But that's it.
Well, and even Sideshow's put up some Gundams lately. I don't remember who the producer is, but they're hosting some of them.
They're slowly getting into smaller stuff. Like they're stocking more like Mafex figures, SH Figure Arts. Sideshow's slowly getting into that game.
Mm-hmm.
Not that like it changes where I order from really, but it is good to like have the all-in-one place to look for things. But real quick, moving on, we got the premium Bandai exclusive, the P Bandai Birder and is it Goldo?
Yeah.
Pack. It's on their website right now for $90. I'm guessing with tax and shipping, it's probably gonna be closer to 100, 105, 110. I think Big Bad Toy Store has them at $140. It looks to be released May to June 2021. Dean, are you getting these?
I want them. Well, I don't know, because the Goldo's like just a little statue.
Oh, I
He's
didn't
not a
even notice
figure.
that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, why?
Yeah, like you definitely pay for them, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's like you make them super articulated to do these cool poses, and then you just make Goldo in the pose. But it's like, what if you don't want them in that pose?
Yeah.
On the shelf, because it's a very intricate thing.
Yeah.
I might skip these. I don't want to, but I mean, there's just so many of them, and they're all very expensive. So I don't know.
You don't have any of the Ginyu Force?
I don't have any of the Ginyu Force. I almost bought Captain Ginyu today.
Yeah.
But he's like $75, $80. It's like, I don't like him that much.
Yeah, and I guess he'd be the only one that you could buy and be okay with just having him.
Yeah, I
instead
guess
of the whole
so. Yeah,
force.
exactly. But like Birder's so cool, and then Jace is cool. Raccoon, I like Raccoon even though he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I might skip these.
Okay.
You can always, if you did want the articulated one, the Demonical Fit has that
That's true.
articulated
He's
gold.
cheap. He's like $40. After this one got announced, his price went down. Damn it, dude! Now you got me thinking.
Oh man.
So, moving on, another P Bandai exclusive that just I think actually went up today, like 2 hours ago. The SH Figures hit.
That's another thing. Hit.
Dragon Ball.
It's like, why are you making these all fucking exclusives?
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
well,
everybody in the fucking world is buying these things.
Yeah.
You're losing them in the ocean. Why are you making these exclusives?
They're trying to make P Bandai worth it, man. They're trying to get them on the board. You know, it's a new website, so I'm sure they're really trying to just kind of light it on fire at this point.
Super annoying.
But yeah, I can see that that being annoying. But yeah, this goes for $60 on there. I think released in 2021.
I don't like Hit enough to spend $60. I bought the Dragon Stars one for like 15. That's good enough for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like he's kind of a cool character, but that's it.
I was just gonna ask, is he like a super overpowered character or no?
Not super overpowered, but he's got a unique power. He's like super fast, and then like as he gets faster, he could get even faster. It's weird. So like Goku has to like really think about how to beat him. It's cool.
Yes, of
But,
course.
like he's not a good guy and he's not like a bad guy. Or I guess he is a good guy, but it's like I don't know.
Hey,
He's
really
just
quick.
not that cool.
Really quick, shout out to Caltex, our most recent Twitch subscriber that just subscribed yesterday.
Pew, 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 pew.
We got to get one of those Twitch sound horns whenever we know someone
Yeah, I'll look for one. Of them.
subscribes. Yeah.
You know what though? Like on the Dragon Ball stuff, you know, one thing I got to give them is the price though. I mean, like for me trying to do a whole in-game thing, it's anywhere between 80 to like 130 to get your character, you know?
Yeah.
But with these SHs for the DBZ and stuff, like $60 is good.
Dope.
I got one as fast as I could.
Yeah, that price point, Sean, is it's definitely ran by licensing costs.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
The Mezco DC figures, they come out with KG Beast that comes with all this shit. Just an obscure Batman villain.
Mm-hmm.
And they turn him into probably one of the figures of the year. Like just an amazing figure. He came with a ton of shit. Did a great job on him. But their MCU figures are very weak for Mezco. Like their actual Marvel comics are a little better, but still a little inflated in price. It's just very clear. Like the Spider-Man Far From Home releases, very expensive for what you get compared to everything else Mezco releases. Just to use them as an example, anyways. I think the MCU license is very expensive for a lot of these companies, and that's why you see that inflation on their figures. But yeah, it kind of sucks when you see licenses like Dragon Ball Z keeping it so low to where you can pop into Target and get a $40 one for, you know, for pretty much the same quality as a MCU version figure. But yeah.
You know what? I don't remember, but I remember seeing a couple months ago that Power Rangers coming out with another line, and they're like dropping them down to like about the same price when the original releases were going up 80 plus and stuff. So, have you heard anything on that?
I have not. Power Rangers in what line or what company? Do you know?
I think it was SH. They were doing like another line of it, just the regular 5 or 6. You know.
I'd have to check that out. I actually don't know anything else about that, but interesting. I'll check back. I'll circle back around on that. Actually, we'll reconnect offline. Moving on, we got Monster Hunter SH Figure Arts Rathalos. I don't know if that's how you say it. Rathalos. This guy is now in stock, I believe, in a lot of retailers. You can get him. I am really interested to see what a lot of people. I've seen some pictures in a couple groups He looks pretty good. I know the movie didn't do so well, but I know a lot of people like the game. This is the second figure from SH Monster Arts that they've released. He looks pretty good. I think he's going pretty expensive on Big Bad Toy Store, like 120, 130 bucks, somewhere around there. But I've fought off buying him. Real quick too, they finally, we saw this at their little online thing that SH Figure Arts or Bandai did, where they showed a bunch of stuff about Pac-Man releases. They're coming out with 3 different versions. They're coming out with SH Figure Arts version, which is $23, about 4 inches tall, due May 2021. A Chogokin figure, which is about $85, 4 inches tall, and it comes with a die-cast robotic metal suit, and a couple other accessories as well, including like mini versions and things like that. That's due August 2021. And then one of their Proplicas. I'm not familiar with that line of Bandai or Tamashii Nations technically. That's going for $37. It's about 3 inches tall and due June 2021. And I know that one has like the articulated jaw and things like that. But yeah, those are some of those just to cover real quick. Now moving on to NECA news. This is pretty big. Homelander and Starlight finally showed. This was a couple weeks ago, around Christmas time. They teased this. They already showed that, and I think we already showed on one of the shows that NECA obtained the license for them. But they finally teased some pictures of them, and this Homelander looks better than the Mofex one. Man, I am jacked about it, and this is why I like. One of my biggest reasons for liking NECA is their price point. I think their value is there. They've had QC issues in the past, yes, but their price point, you kind of get what you get. Like you talk about Mofex, who is coming out with a Homelander as well, and you know they've had all sorts of issues with their QC forever, and they range from like $70 to $100.
If it wasn't for how bad, because I've had NECA before, and I've also had the same problem where their hips will snap off, their wrist pegs will just disintegrate. If it wasn't for those, I would be super on board with NECA, because the sculpts are really good. The details are really good. The size is really good because it's not 6-inch; it's closer to like 8.
Yeah, it's like 7 to 8.
The price is usually pretty good. $20, 25 on the high end. It's very
30
rare.
for the ultimates. Yeah.
So with these, I'm super excited because, like you said, they've done pretty good nipping those QC issues in the butt. It's been a long time since I've seen or heard somebody have problems. I just like giving NECA shit because Dylan takes it personally.
You do that with Mezco too, but yeah, these look good.
I'll be the first ones in line for these. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
We'll see how NECA has done since last time. Although I don't know, I just bought some, so who knows?
I think NECA, Mofex has a chance, I guess. They have to execute on their Homelander that they showed, for sure. They have to come through to make it worth it for people to choose that, probably paying $60,
Mofex?
$30 to $40 more than NECA.
I was going to say Mofex is usually like $110.
Yeah, they have to be able to justify paying that over this NECA. And I would say NECA has a very good chance of coming out with the whole 7. They also showed Starlight here. You can see with the light up eyes and kind of the glowy hand. I'm guessing those are interchangeable parts. I'm pretty excited. I loved the show. Season 2, I'm typically not one to get into TV shows. I've seen a lot of like the upper echelon of shows, mainly because of hype, and really like they're typically well reviewed for a reason. So like Breaking Bad, the Game of Thrones, obviously Mando, The Boys, shows like that. I've definitely watched, and I loved season 2 of The Boys. I'm so
really
jacked for these. Yeah,
more than season 1.
I think I did.
Wow.
I think I did actually. It was a little slower getting off the floor with it. Like the first couple episodes were pretty close, or I mean, pretty slow, I should say.
Yeah.
But once it started speeding up and you started understanding where they were going with things, you're like, holy shit! And then those last couple episodes,
Yeah, those were really good.
oh, I loved them. But yeah, I'm jacked for these. I'm definitely picking
One
them.
thing to
Yeah.
note about the Homelander, I know these are like just teasers, but like one thing Mafex may have on them is articulation. With
Oh, every time they
he
will.
doesn't look like he has any diaphragm movement or like
Yeah,
ab
any
movement, you know?
diaphragm or like lower knee articulation
Or bicep movement.
He has arm movement, like you can see his arm like cocked there, like a little more than 90
Oh
degrees.
yeah.
But yeah, you'll for sure with Mofex, that's what they want you to be paying for. Mofex is closer to SH Figure Arts for articulation wise.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think you're paying for is the extra articulation, right? And not really think, but what you are paying for is the super dynamic poses. Like I always give shit to people that buy Hot Toy Spider-Man figures that pose them sitting there like this.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like
what mine looks like.
I know. I'm sorry, but it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. When I mess with Spider-Man for my hot, so I only have the advanced suit left for Spider-Man figures because I sold all the other ones because I couldn't pose them worth of shit. And to me, like Spider-Man is one of those figures you gotta be dynamic with. And so certain figures that's why Moffic's comic book Spider-Man just fucking is one of the best small figures out there. It has QC issues, yes, big time. I was a big I actually had one that had that. Luckily, Big Bad Toy Store took care of it. Shout out. And they just sent me a brand new one. Didn't even
Shout
ask
out
for the
Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah. but you get what you're paying for with them, and like, or you know what you're paying for with them with that extra articulation. So that if you do go with the Mofex one, you're trying to go with something pretty intense with
Yeah,
Homelander.
you'll probably be happy with it. I just think the NECA's probably gonna be a head taller than it, if not a little more.
It's gonna be a different.
I think shelf presence wise, the NECA will be the way to go. Like them standing like the poster. But if you want like a fight scene or something on your shelf, I think the Mafex would probably be the way to go. But
I definitely think NECA is the way to go. I know a lot of people.
Dude.
I don't care that much about articulation.
You could buy half of the 7 for the price of one Mafex.
That's what I was gonna say is value. Like I have a tough.
That one was
I have a tough time. I have a tough time when I discuss value with things. That's how I assess a lot of things that I want, and I talk about value. And yeah, somehow NECA, low key, no one talks about it, but NECA absolutely obliterates or does a really good job with head sculpts for for their price. And this one already looks better than the Mofex one. That was my biggest complaint. Is I did not like the Mofex head sculpt. And
I also kind of wish it was the other Starlight costume, but that's cool. I kind of wish it was that one.
Pity you, son. Just kidding. All right, moving on. They also came out with the Walmart exclusive NECA did, sorry. The 40th anniversary Alien Wave 3 line. This will be released January 14th. It's up for pre-order on Walmart right now for $90 for the 3 of them. This comes with, I believe, the Alien, so Big Chap they call him. Gilbert Kane with the new head sculpt, and he comes with the alien put in him. He's the reason they deal with the alien in the first one. Spoiler alert. And they also come with a new Ash head sculpt. And I think Damien actually, when Damien was still working with us, rip, love you, Damien, miss you. When Damien, we covered this Ash head sculpt then, and it looks really good. I'm thinking about picking this up. I want to.
Why are you saying it like it's painful?
Because I'm looking at it right now. I have it pulled up on Walmart's website because it's
Funk.
Yeah, I'm pretty jacked about it. I really
It's
want
a werewolf. I'm thinking about buying it.
the HR Geiger one.
Yeah.
The Geiger alien.
HR Huff and stuff.
Really, I want that one. And it's just some shipping news for NECA. The Back to the Future 7-inch scale Ultimate Doc Brown from that movie is shipping out. Ace Ventura clothed figure. It's the Shady Acres Ace Ventura, so him with the skirt on and everything.
Yeah.
And then the Ultimate Stalker Predator is actually available like on their Amazon website and their eBay. I think, and by the way, their Ultimates went up in price, sadly enough. And then their Tiny Toons characters also got released for Series 5, and that includes Ghostface, The Creep, Bloody Ash, and Bloody Tears Michael Myers. All right, we are at that time in the show. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring this weekend's episode of Small Talk. Dean, can you give me a Watto?
No, that's CW only, guys.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, it's Watto Scrapyard, honey.
You can find them on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard and on Facebook and eBay as well. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin-printed head sculpts of dozens of different characters in the Star Wars universe. If you don't see a character you like on their Instagram, send them a message and they will get it designed and printed for a reasonable fee.
Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
Oh my god, that head
Only
sculpt they have...
money.
that head sculpt that Watto Scrapyard produced, that Ian from Darkside Customs produced, of
Captain
Rex, so goddamn good. I
know,
was
dude,
so
I want
impressed with
it
that.
so bad.
That was so good. We should just like put that picture on our promo. I almost want to ask if we can do that, because that one was that blew me away. Anyone like Dean, I think you've mentioned this in the show. Anyone who bitches, Dean, people are saying you're not loud enough.
What the hell? I've tried it out.
That's the second person that said. But anyways, people who have complained about Hot Toys,
I turned it up a
Captain
little.
Rest. There, that's a little better, I think. People who have complained about Hot Toys Captain Rex being too realistic looking, the head sculpt for that.
Yeah.
Hit up Watto Scrapyard.
Seriously.
He absolutely blew it. He blew it out of the water with that head sculpt. And then Ian at Darkside Customs did an amazing paint job on it. Looks exactly like the cartoon.
Are you pulling it up?
Oh, I should. Sorry, hold on. You're gonna have to give me a second.
Talking about it.
I know. I'm just going on. I don't.
Because you're like not looking at the screen, so it's like, oh, I guess he's pulling up the picture.
No, I was trying to see if I could mess with your settings, but your sound settings, but it doesn't let me.
I turned it up on the mic.
Sound good.
I'm sitting at like 3/4 up.
I hope it's good, because it's been fine for me, but
Me too.
But the listeners, that's the second one that said that it was quiet, so that kind of bugs me. That makes it a little worse. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to show it on the screen. Look at that.
Dude, it looks like it's like ripped right from the cartoons.
It does. It's so good. Like you have said before, Dean, people who complain about them not having Hot Toys not doing the cartoon version of the head sculpt of this, man, you gotta check this out.
Dude, and then someone was like, oh, I'm looking for this head sculpt. I was like, oh, Watto's got it. And they're like, yeah, but then you gotta paint it. I'm like, dude, you want something that doesn't exist, you're gonna have to paint it wherever you get it.
Yeah.
I was like, here's somebody that'll paint it. They're like, yeah, but then I gotta pay for ship. It's like, what the fuck do you want? Dude, hit up Watto's, hit up Ian.
I think I'm gonna have to get it because I got Rex on order. I think I'm gonna need that.
Me too.
That's really good.
We could combine our stuff and send it to Ian.
Definitely.
And he'll knock it out.
Moving on to Hasbro hits real quick. They released the Star Wars Vintage Collection Boba Fett Slave 1 kit.
That's the
Yeah.
big one. This is
Yep.
the legacy scale.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
$150, releasing June 2021. Again, this is a reissue with the hype of the Mandalorian, the Slave One making a comeback, baby. That was pretty big news. I think it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse already, but what the fuck isn't at this point? I'm not sour about it though. You can order it anywhere else though, like Big Bad Toy Store or
You
anything
sure, buddy?
like that. They they also fixed. Oh, this isn't what's pictured, but they also fixed the Target issues that had the street date wrong for the Archive Collection Wave 3. That's with like the Han Solo and Luke Skywalker Hoth versions, along with like Admiral Thrawn and Cody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That so I was actually, let me go back so it doesn't distract you. I actually was a victim of this. I was in Target and I had Thrawn in hand, and I was like, "Oh, sick! Love Thrawn as a character. Probably one of the best things to come out of Rebels." Right? Pulled up to the self checkout cash register, and just says, "Please, pretty something along the lines of cannot finish transaction, get employee." Pulls up, he's like, "Oh, probably just because it needs your ID for whatever reason." I'm sitting here and he like scans it like 4 times. I'm sitting here in the line for the self-checkout at Target. All of a sudden grows to be about 9 to 10 people while he's trying to figure this out. And finally he figures out, he's like, "Oh, well, it looks like it has a street. It's going to be released in April." I'm like, "Well, it's December. Why is this on the shelf? Like, that's so far out. What is going on?" Well, I get home afterwards, so I'm like, "Okay, that's fine. Just let me get the hell out of here so I can get that line to move." Because all these people are waiting on an action figure to get rung up at a self-checkout.
Mm-hmm.
And I get home and I go pull up Twitter and check on Yakface and Kylo Collector on Instagram. And they both they both have messages about how Target has an error in their system, like company-wide, about the street date of that entire wave, with like Cody, Thrawn, and then I think Luke and Han from Hoth figures.
Yeah. So they were supposed to be out.
They were. It was a straight up error with the system, and I believe they confirmed. Let's see when it was. It was about, I think, yesterday, the day before, they lifted the street date for that wave, and you can now buy them.
Jesus.
Yeah, really annoying. I had it in hand. Probably will never see it again unless I get my girlfriend to check them out again for Target.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
October 31st.
Oh fuck! Never mind.
It's a ways away. Yeah, just had it.
Oh yeah, you did.
But yeah, they also came out with the next release of the Archive Collection. That's going to be the Tusken Raider, Imperial Hovercraft Pilot, Imperial Death Trooper, and the Shore Trooper.
Nice.
Nice army builder wave.
Yeah, really good army builder wave, and if you missed out on them, good time to get them again. And low-key, I think this confirms we're for sure getting a Shore Trooper re-release from Hot Toys.
How?
Because we have gotten so licenses work very strange, right? You get licenses a lot of times will run their way across the entire brand, and Hot Toys had to do something that they fucking hate doing. They had to follow marketing ploys of another company, and that was Disney. They had to get themselves involved in Mando Mondays. With that said, I think Hot Toys has pretty much said like they're at pretty much Disney's bended knee on what they want to do, and they have released pretty much every figure from this except for the Shore Trooper. So I think they've also teased it in one of the pictures for the Shore Trooper. I can't remember which picture they teased it with, but I believe they teased a re-release of the Shore Trooper. So I think it's coming. But yeah, I think that's eventually coming. I think that's some of the biggest news with it. But I think it's just a licensing thing with Hot Toys. They typically don't follow a lot of the same rules as smaller things, but they've essentially released a Sand Trooper, a Tank Commander, and a Death Trooper already from Mando. The only one left is the Shore Trooper, and I can see them doing a re-release or just the Shore Trooper that's not like the captain with the different...
Okay, so yeah, I'm watching the chat. So the Legacy Slave 1 is the new vintage collection. That came out like 5 years ago. It was an Amazon exclusive. Then they came out with a Django version. It's the same thing, just blue.
Mm-hmm.
Then they re-released it last year, vintage collection. Then
Yep.
they re-released
I remember
it.
covering that with
So Quinn, you probably have it. It's just the Legacy version. Not.
if anything,
It's huge. It's the
Yeah.
biggest Slave 1 they make. So
It's-
it's gigantic. You have it.
they call it 3 3/4 inch scale.
Yeah.
So your 3 3/4 inch figure should fit in it.
If you're looking for one, Steven's Collectibles has one. It's over $100, so it's free shipping. Just point that out.
Oh wow.
Shit, I didn't even think about that. That's a good shout, Dean. Good shout.
Yeah, I'm watching their conversation. I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it is. It's a straight up re-release. If anything, I think maybe paint will be a tad different, but not 100% sure.
Yeah, so I have the Legacy Falcon and the new Vintage Collection Falcon, the Smuggler's Run Falcon. It's the same thing, but the paint's a little nicer.
Yeah, that's what Hasbro will do. They'll re-release figures, but at least they'll touch up the paint a bit. I guess that's kind of what Hot Toys does too. This one's a little bit late as well, but pretty big. They also came out with the Bo-Katan figure for Black Series. This is due to release in June 2021. Pretty jacked about it. Look, I think this one looks really good for a Black Series, to be honest.
I'm not a huge fan of the holsters, but
Like too big or what?
Yeah, they just look kind of like they're never gonna lay down properly. You know? But I mean, it's Bo-Katan. You gotta get it right.
Yeah, and obviously she comes with the head sculpt. The helmet goes over it. Looks really good from the Mando show. Pretty excited about it. Also, as everyone knows from the opening, the Viper figure from G.I. Joe Classified series has released and is showing up in Targets.
Cobra Island.
Look for that figure. Pretty hard to find. And then the one I don't have yet is the Firefly. Don't have him pictured here, but he's all gray, and I know a lot of people are actually upset about that as well because he was a pretty big character.
That's the one you just got, right?
No, I got the Viper.
got the Viper.
The Firefly I do not have yet. I have not seen that yet.
No, but this one on the screen.
Yes, this one I have right here. Shout out to my girlfriend Amanda. She's the one who picked it up for me. And then yeah, I'm jacked about these. The Firefly is still yet to get, but the Firefly probably shouldn't be an exclusive, but is for a big of a character it is. I only know G.I. Joe from the toys, like playing with the toys growing up.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was a show for like all my life.
Exactly. Yeah, no, exactly. So, but the thing with this is I feel so bad for people wanting this figure because it's a army builder figure. Stop making exclusives, army builder.
I know.
Be a law against that. Bring it to Congress.
You can't, dude. It's got taken over.
Drives me bonkers. There should not be monopolies over army builders.
That's what I'm saying.
It's terrible, but yeah. And then
That's what I was saying about the fucking Razor Crest.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, if you raise that much money that fast, don't fucking put it behind a paywall. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I can see those comparisons. And then some of the biggest news in the small industry, I think, is the 3-0 announcing their Avengers Infinity Saga 1/12 DLX line. They started kicking it off with the Iron Man Mark 43, going for about $90, due for Q3 of 2021. This looks fantastic. It has diecast in it. Comes with a ton of different hands, some armor pieces that flare out. It's pretty much just a mini hot toy.
Yeah.
Simply looks great. Super excited about it. They already said that they started up for if they started up for I got you, Quinn. Quinn came out and said, if anyone sees a Viper, Beachhead, or Firefly, I'll get him. I'll send you money, please. But yeah, this guy looks really good. I think I'm guessing you guys have checked him out already. He's been out for a while now. But
yeah, I don't understand. So they went with Infinity Saga, so characters from all over the
Mm-hmm.
Infinity Saga. But it's like, why did you start with the 43?
because they came out and said that he's already going to come, or he's already made to fit within the Hulkbuster, the first Hulkbuster. I think they really wanted to kick it off with Hulkbuster and realized, oh fuck, this thing is way too big, gonna cost people way too money. Yes, Quinn, it's 3-0. Gonna cost way too much money. It's gonna be hard to kind of kick the line off with the Hulkbuster. So what we'll do is do the Mark 43, kind of get people to get that one, and then get the Mark or
So
get
this
the
is just
Hulkbuster.
Iron Man in a smaller scale. Like, it just, I don't know. It's like, if you're gonna at least make other characters, you know what I mean?
Which they probably
You're
will.
already gonna do a Hulkbuster? Like, that's just two Iron Man things. What the fuck? Like, are we gonna see?
It's because Iron Man is
Is the seller, right?
yeah.
Iron Man is the seller. You gotta
Iron
start
Man
with
is a big
the.
deal.
But this suit?
I don't know.
okay.
I'm like the opposite of you, Dean. Like Age of Ultron is like my favorite movie.
Oh
in
no,
the-
I love it too.
It is-
but
So-
it's like this suit doesn't really do much in that.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're right.
But it looks beautiful.
I'm on both sides with it because Age of Ultron is like one of my favorite Avengers movies aside from like Endgame, right? But like it's the same reason why I've never bought him in Hot Toys, because then I'm gonna want the Hulkbuster that I can't afford, you know. So if I get a Mark 45, or if work up to the 46, which is the one that I absolutely loved from the MCU over and except for like the 85. Like I don't want to buy another figure that I can't afford to be able to put him in here to be the best version of him.
Yeah, it's like if I wanted this figure, I'd get the Mark 42. It's the same thing, just gold. And then the 45 is a cool hot toy. I had it for a while, but
Yeah.
it just doesn't come with anything. But just
I have the
this
Kota
scale-
Bakia statue, like they call it the model kit, and I just think the red on it looks amazing. I think that's the main reason. He's hovering over the little, I can't remember what they called it, but the Ultron machine thing that he built, right? And he's just talking to him in that final battle and stuff, and that's awesome. But then you get Civil War soon after that, and you see the 46, and you're like, well, okay.
Yeah, there's so many cooler suits they could have done.
Yeah,
But
so
I guess if you're going for the Hulkbuster, I get it. But it's
Yeah.
like, okay, but then that's just two Iron Man figures. Like, I want to see more from this line. If you're gonna call it the Infinity Saga line, it's got to be more than just Iron Man. Is my
So
point.
Or it's
No,
got to be post. It has to be post Avengers Age of Ultron. Because I feel like the Infinity Saga really picked up after after
did.
that.
I
it
was
did-
gonna say, if you're gonna make an Iron Man, start with the Mark III.
They went
I
back.
would love
and
that.
They called Infinity Saga everything from
Iron Man
what?
1.
No, I think isn't it Ant-Man 2 all the way back to Iron Man 1. It's something like that. It like the Infinity Saga is considered that whole group of movies to where pretty much Endgame like concluded. I can't remember if Spider-Man 2 is included in that
Yeah,
or not, but
It is.
Spider-Man
Okay.
Far From Home is the last movie in the Infinity.
that's the one I
Saga,
was thinking
which
of.
is weird because it has almost nothing to do with the.
I know.
I know.
Yeah,
it's literally just the end. Like,
definitely, but I think I think that's why they marketed the hell out of the Infinity Saga, because they're pretty much trying to say like, hey, if we sell this enough, we'll give you anything we want in this line. I would agree with Dean. if they would have like maybe done their research with the other lines, so like SH Figure Arts Iron Man Mark 46, the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 46, that is a well received and well, I guess, a well sold item for as far as far as Iron Man armors are.
Well, and even in the Legends Mark 46 still's up there. If you could get the original one with the Baff in it, you know,
Exactly.
or if you get the 2-pack.
Dude, you make an Iron Man Mark III and an Ironmonger, that's a solid set. You make a Mark 46 Captain America, that's a solid set. Mark 43 and Hulkbuster, I get it, but it's like
I'm thinking they went with the hype because everybody's hyped on the Hot Toys one, right? But they can't afford it. So I'm guessing they're like, well, let's do this in a scale that is still cool
but
and
there's
people
a
can
lot
afford.
of
Exactly.
1/12 scale Hulkbusters.
There is?
Yeah.
There's
Like what?
2, right?
There's the
Well, and then
the
Marvel Legends, yeah.
Then the SH Figure Arts.
And the
There's
other
I did not know
What's that?
SH Figure Arts.
Sentinel?
Sentinel, and then there's that other one.
Yeah, I know which one you're
the one
talking
they
about.
sell at like the bookstores. Zach and I have talked about it all the time. Zach, if you're listening, what is it called?
Yeah, but anyways, like I understand why they started with the Mark 43. I also at the same time it's kind of a cop out, but at the same time I agree with Dean that they could have gone Iron Man for sure is like the top seller,
Well,
but they could have
maybe-
gone with like the Mark 3, they could have gone with the Mark 46. They could
Maybe-
have probably even gone with the Mark 50 to lead things off. But I understand grouping this and marketing it with the Hulkbuster as trying to use that as a marketing scheme.
Hey, Dylan,
Maybe-
do you know how much the Hulkbuster is going to be?
No, I don't believe they came out with that. I would guess probably about double this price.
I'm thinking more like 300. Like,
And when I hear that, I'm like, you know what? I'll save the 3 and put it towards like a Hot Toys.
Exactly. And I wouldn't, you can't blame anyone with that, but if they really want this to take off with 12-0, I would highly recommend order this. If you want to see more from this, the only way for 3-0 to keep pursuing this license, because there's no way that it's cheap by any means, because, you know, Mezco started it up, or at least they did with a couple movies, like with Thor, Ragnarok. Those figures are some of their cheapest ever figures, but that license is one of the most expensive licenses. So it's, if you want to see more from this, unfortunately, you're going to have to purchase this figure to show that you want more. And the Hulkbuster, I understand if you don't want to purchase that, because that is going to be quite a bit more. But yeah, this is big. It's a big step into the game.
yeah, especially if like you missed out on some of those SH Figure Arts ones, because a lot of those go for a lot of money now.
Yeah.
Right? Some of those older armors. And then also I was thinking maybe they did this because SH Figure Arts, they're the same scale, kind of, even though they're kind of small. They just did the Iron Man 3, and like they did the 7, like they just did the 50. So I'm thinking they're like, let's offer them something that no one else is doing right now other than Hot Toys.
No, that's a good shout. I didn't even think of that. Speaking of which, I got the actually Mark 1 in from SH Figure Arts like a couple weeks ago. So it's very well that either the license at the time they announced this or was ready to announce this was still in the hands of SH Figure Arts, or they didn't want to overlap. So that makes a lot of sense. That's a good call, Eddie. Real quick, moving on. Storm also announced their Ares figure from Injustice: Gods Among Us, going for $95, due to release Q2 2021. This looks like a pretty good figure. I'm pretty excited about it. I think this will be good. I think it's along the lines of like their Lobo, Darkseid, Bane sized figures. So a lot of plastic. Storm is relatively oversized for 112. So this guy's going to be pretty big.
He looks really cool.
Yeah, do you guys collect 112? Or Storm, sorry.
I do not collect Storm. This looks fucking dope. I don't know. Is that a DC thing?
Yeah,
That's
Ares.
injustice.
Yep.
I love Storm figures. I just don't collect the licenses they make figures for. The only one that I have is the Axe Battler, and I love that figure.
That probably should have been considered for Figure of the Awards or Figure of the Year awards for Collecting Weekly. That was
I'm
a
with
great
you.
one. I was not I didn't have that one, so I couldn't vouch for that one, but I
I
agree.
should have.
It was
I
great.
should have. That's on me.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
no, this one looks good. Storm does a great job. I agree. I got torn up one time because I said that they have smaller licenses to Dean and Zach, and they just ripped
Oh
into me for
man.
saying that. Which
Wow.
I agree. They have big licenses, but typically not in the front of your mind type licenses. Storm, I would say, is a great company. They have yet to find something to really show off what they can do. To me, like that's why I went with Bane with them, is because Bane is so great.
Yeah, because
Um,
let's see, they have what Tekken, Mortal Kombat. What's that Xbox game?
I can't think.
They have Street Fighter as well. Mostly fighting games, I guess, is what they
Yeah.
like to do. So here's another fighting game. Is this their first Injustice figure? It is, right?
no.
No.
Like
But
their Bane, their Dark
Oh, that's
Side,
right.
all
Yeah.
those figures were from.
but
They've done a
w-
ton of Mortal Kombat too.
Okay.
I kind of can see what Dylan is saying because since they've started doing figures like Bane and like DC figures, so many more people are actually getting into Storm now. Like everybody wanted that Bane.
Dude, honestly, for the price, you get a lot of fucking figure.
Yes.
Hmm.
It's
Storm
around what Mayfec's price, 100-ish.
Storm
Mhm.
also the only other knock I have on Storm is number one, they don't have like licenses that are in the front of most people's minds. Like they might to some of us people who play the video games and understand the characters more. But the second of all, it's their release rate. They don't release a ton of figures at a time. Like Mofex, I swear, every show we're announcing one or two releases every show with them. Storm does not do that. It's probably once a month to once every other month, but they kill it with those releases. They do a great job. They could really I think they could if, as soon as they attain some licenses that a lot more people can relate to, they could really start showing off what they can do because yeah, these injustice figures that they've done in the past, like you said, Eddie, the Bane, I know Damien really liked the Dark Side.
Mhm.
Those figures, they do a great job.
And I'm sure this one will do really well just because you can use this guy for anything. And there's so many like warrior figures from other companies coming out right now that you can like you could have this guy with battling Conan from Mezco or like you know what I mean. This doesn't have to be Ares.
Yeah, no,
So
I agree. Mark Pearson said their stuff is hard to get.
Dude,
Maybe, but
dude, Stevens has a whole fucking display of Storm
I
collectibles.
was gonna say if you're dead set on trying to find some of their figures, you can find it. And they've re-released certain ones. Like I think they re-released Bane. I think they re-released Darkseid. They've given people the opportunity to attain a lot of their figures that initially sold out. So like you just kind of have to really look around, and you'll be able to eventually find them. But
also
yeah,
there's a Frankensons. Obviously, I know you. No one's in Cali, but if you're watching and you're in Cali,
don't even
ages
talk to me about that.
ageless geeks at Frankensons always has Storm collectibles and they get restocks all the time. That's where I get my Storm stuff. Well, when I get it.
Yeah, I wish we had one of the freaking. If I ever go back to California, that's definitely.
Well, if you guys ever need stuff from Storm and you can't find it, I can get it for you and just ship it to you then.
Hey,
You heard it from Eddie, baby. All right. We want to thank our Patreons. We got Ben Porter, Griffin Campbell, Sean Fear, Ian Seavey, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leo Hernandez, King Louis, Mark
It's a
Pearson.
lemur.
Oh yeah,
Lemur.
sorry. Dan Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Kratt, Jason Nelson, Big Fern, Keen Zachary V, Cesar Maraquin, Eddie Mendez, Eric Ruiz, Mario Cortez, Stephen Percha, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Jesse Contreras, Stephen Maria Stanley, Lord Voldemort, and Eddie Manzanares. Oh, okay,
Where did the D come from?
Don't know. I'm about to show you later, Dean.
Nice save.
You know, if you mess up with a D in any word, you're fine because you can always come back with something. So
yeah, we know Dylan likes coming back with a D.
Wow.
Yeah. So thank you guys. You helped make everything happen from us.
For
us. Yeah. There you go. For us. So some of those Patreon benefits. We got the fuck that guy magnet, and then we got the third party police window cling. Yo, I want that window cling. I love the third party police shit.
I want both of those. That magnet's gonna go right here on my new mic, dude.
It cracks me up every time. So we got 3 tiers of the Patreon. We got the Sweet Angel, $5 a month, where you get exclusive swag from the Collecting Weekly Network. You get a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark replay. You also get and then with Certified Crispy, which is $15 a month, you get an official Certified Crispy certificate on first pledge, assistance with the figure fixes by Zach. Message him beforehand before it's possible, and all the benefits with the other tier of Sweet Angel. And then the new What a Guy. Folks in this tier get a signed Collecting Weekly Live 18 by 24 silhouette poster on first pledge of, I believe that's of Dean and Zach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Doubles all of the stickers they send from the other tiers as well. And then 1 sculpt a year painted by Darkside Customs after 3 months of the pledge, and all benefits of the previous tiers. Hell yeah. Pretty good. I know that we got asked a lot for the What a Guy tier. Glad that we were able to get that out. And then we got some of the shows on our network. We got Auction, Collecting Weekly Live, obviously, which is the main show. We got Collecting Rarities with Rainer. We're on Small Talk. The Joy of Hobbing. You'll see some of the videos on YouTube with Zach. OFAC with our boys in the Great Britain, United Kingdom. I was trying to think of something funny to say there. Couldn't think of it in time. And then we got After Dark with Dean and Zach. And then In and Outs of Collecting. That is our newest show with Eddie. And Eddie, who is with you again on that?
It'll be me, Mario, and Danny Lee.
Awesome. And then Sean, if you don't mind, real quick, I'm gonna run for a second, but tell us a little bit about Collecting Comics. That's been a longer standing show. You got a live show coming up. Tell us a little bit more about that show. That's a pretty good one.
So Collecting Comics is a show about comics and how to collect them. Been collecting for a long time now, over 2,000 books right now in my collection. We started off with like doing book reviews and reading books and things like that. We're gonna make the transition now to the live show coming up, hopefully towards the end of this month, with comic book news and good stuff. Excited to talk about Boom Studios. They're doing like a what are they? Not a GoFundMe, but like a Kickstarter for this whole hardback Mighty Morphin Power Rangers set, and the tiers are crazy. They're crazy for it. It's basically $100 though to get the first like 11, 12 issues or something like that. So we're gonna talk about that. We're talking about the hot books at the time, and yeah, I mean, just talking about comic book news, working at a comic shop, and hearing what's going on.
Noise, dude. I asked the same question, Zach. I was like, "Where the fuck does Dylan keep going?"
God damn it, Zach!
Like
I didn't even know he was
during the show.
Got important stuff to figure out.
Eddie, you got a fan in the chat, or maybe a
yeah,
stalker.
I know. I gotta
figure it out.
I got a stalker, and I haven't even started my show yet, dude.
I know, dude. You gotta figure it out. Who is it?
Dang. Oh, I posted on my Instagram that we were live, so it's probably one of my friends from Instagram. Max, I think. What's up, Max?
Zach's trolling you.
God damn it, Zach. Go to bed, Zach. Spend time with the family.
In the middle of a show. I gotta run.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Pete. My
This
bad.
is my
Sorry,
show. Take
Pete.
it away, guys. Although to be fair, Zach stopped to use the restroom in the middle of the show yesterday.
Okay, that's what I just did now. Before when I left, it was because I heard a weird noise and it scared the shit out of me because I knew
You
I
gotta
was
check these
alone.
weird noises out, bro.
Well, yeah, you go with your fucking knife ready to cut shit. Anyways,
No, I go with my gun. You know what happens to people who carry knives? They get shot.
Wow. Jesus.
Hey, Mythbusters did a thing on that before.
Did they?
What?
Yeah, they still found out that the gun's gonna win, but if you're coming at a guy with a knife running pretty quick, you're gonna scare the hell out of him.
I feel like you could not have a knife and scare the shit. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
But yeah, it's Pete. Pete, love you. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thanks for watching, Pete. Appreciate it, man.
which Pete?
The guy who's stalking me in the chat.
No, but Pete, not Pete from OFAG, right?
No, it's a different Pete.
A different Pete.
It's Mexican Pete.
Oh, yeah. The UK Pete is not a Mexican. He's super white. I think he's the white guy.
Love you, Pete.
Like the original one.
Friend of Small Talk. We've had him on. He's great.
Yeah. I love that guy.
But yeah, good show, guys. I know it went longer than we typically like, but with three people, it was a good show. I enjoyed having you guys on. I want to have a show with you guys on one at a time for sure. I know that's never a problem with Dean. Dean's always down for everything.
Always down.
I'm down too, man.
Yeah, we gotta have Eddie on. Eddie, you and I gotta do a show. Sean, you and I gotta do a show. You guys are awesome. You got some good insight to things on things I don't. That's the toughest part about collecting small stuff, as I always talk about, is that it's so vast,
Seriously.
so much out there that it's hard for me to collect everything. I know I want to get Jason Nelson sometime. He's very loyal here. Him and I talk all the time. Even Greg, he's getting annoyingly into 112, right, Dean?
Yes.
Yeah.
We gotta have
those.
Very annoyingly.
we gotta let Greg get Greg on here sometime, and then anyone else that wants to hop on the show, feel free to reach out. Love having everyone on. I also want to shout out. Thanks, Mario. Great show, guys. He said. I want to shout out real quick to Fern, baby.
Big old Fern.
Big old Fern. He came back and said after the show that he agreed with a lot of my points from the award show. Dean, I loved being on the award show. I love that shit.
Dude.
Like, you and Zach joked around with, maybe Dylan didn't even want to be on there because he argued with everything.
Dude.
I'm passionate about it. I fucking love that shit.
That was hilarious, dude. Like, you had some shit to say every time.
I could have had I should have just done. I blew it with Small Talk. I was gonna do a pre-recorded show. Stuff ended up happening with my personal life where I wasn't able to do it, and what that pre-recorded show was going to be was just about me covering the awards. And yeah, it's
were like
during the award show.
You were like the Kanye of the CW awards, man. What the
Danny shouted out that I let the taint slip. I did. I don't even remember what I was trying to say, but I somehow said the taint instead of the word I was trying to come up with. Like, not I think it started with I think it started with the same letter, maybe, or something, or it rhymed with it. I have no idea. Yeah, maybe. But yeah,
I agreed. I agreed with you a lot too. I give Zach shit too when we're playing Among Us or something. Like, I'm like, hey, I know you guys hated on Dylan, but he had some fair points there.
Hey, love it. And yeah, I don't the Gucci slide. I don't pop on just to be a what I guess a wiener with it all. Like, I don't try and just to go against the grain, just to go against it. I say what I want to say with it all. Love how Zach executes the awards. He's very organized, very good with it all. Dean, as his co-host, does a great job on the main show. You know, you guys give me the platform to just get this out of my system. Unfortunately, with the collecting the weekly awards, it was a lot I had to get out of my system. It felt good. Thanks, Jason. He said I loved you on the show. Toy Mafia. I'm still sending your figure out. I kind of wanted to avoid the USPS crazy stuff. Still sending out your giveaway. The Thing figure. I know. So we got 13 people on right now. I know some are doubled up here, but I promised a giveaway. We are going to do a giveaway. You guys can enter too. Dean, I'll let you.
Yeah.
But Dean
Sweet.
might not want to because
I like free shit.
it's the Predator 2 Ultimate Lost Predator.
Dude, I just bought that yesterday.
Hell yeah.
Damn it! Yeah, I got him right here, dude.
Cool. Well, if you win, you can send me one.
Nice. So yeah, he comes with the light up helmet. Great figure. I wanted him up for Figure the Warriors because this is one of the last. Nice. That looks sick, Eddie.
Yeah, dude, he's super dope.
This is one of the last Ultimates by NECA that they did. That's going to be $30. So that's why I wanted him on Figure the Year Awards because it's a great value for what you get. Obviously,
Is the price going up or what?
yeah, they went up to about $35.
Yeah.
All the Ultimates did for NECA. But yeah, so if you want, comment your name, and I'll associate numbers and do a random giveaway live here.
Hold on, let me open another window. Go to collecting weekly. I forgot to subscribe. I should do that one in there. Just kidding.
What? Oh, okay, I was gonna say Zach's gonna freak out on you there.
I know, that's why I said it.
I thought Zach is
You about to give him a heart attack.
Zach like coming in just at the end to give me shit makes me feel good because usually I will have like he's gonna rip me, but he would usually say like message me like 3 or 4 times by the end of the show, like, oh, you gotta do this, oh, you gotta do this. Like he messaged me something about your mic, Sean, but I didn't think your mic was that bad.
No, I got it too.
Okay. But anyways, here, I'm going to start the list here. We're not doing like pick your numbers or anything. So Quinn is Quinn, you're 1. Eddie, you're 2. Dean, you're 3. Here, the quality control aspect. Oh, God damn it, Zach. Mario, you want to be included on the giveaway? Danny, you guys still watching? I know we do it at the end of the show, and I didn't really prep, but I told you ahead of time on the... Okay, Quinn, you can have 5. God damn it. Okay, Mario.
I'm a bigger guy, so can I have 2 spots?
Definitely not. Mario.
Tell that to the airlines. I'm just
Dude, I was just gonna make that joke. This ain't an airline,
You
fool.
can't do that. I can make it.
Is Danny.
I'm a big guy, dude.
Danny Lee. I know Danny Lee said that he was interested in a giveaway. I don't know if it was for the Venom, which I'm going to do, but he said he wants to give his spot to Dean. Okay.
Wow.
Damn it.
What an
No.
angel.
Danny, you do not.
No, give Danny a spot, please.
Yeah, I'm going to give him number 4. That way we have 5. So we got Mario number 1, Eddie number 2, Dean 3, Danny 4, Quinn 5.
That's right, Quinn.
My sweet puppy.
So give me a second.
I love my Kevin. So cute.
Little Kev, baby. Okay. Oops. So we're gonna do 1 through 5, and we're gonna generate it. We're gonna generate it 3 times, like we did last time. 1, 2, 3. Number 3. Who do we got at number 3?
It was me.
It Deanie.
Whoa.
Dean. God damn it! I'm low key annoyed about it.
Why?
So, because he talks shit about NECA and Predators. But
No,
Dean,
no, I like Predators.
this will be a good one to get you into it.
Yeah.
We'll connect, and again, Toy Mafia, we'll get yours sent out at the same time here.
Hell yeah.
Zach, I'm letting Dean win. He's got a
Dude, you know what? He said that I won one time, and he was like, "You can't win." I was like, "Okay." So he gave it to someone else. They never claimed it.
Dang.
I could have just won it.
Yeah. Waste. Next time around, we won't have Dean included.
Yeah, I'll step
Since he won. Toy Mafia will include. He's been a good listener. But next one is the Venom. Marvel.
No, I want that one too.
Oh, that's dope.
Let's draw that one right now.
No, that'll be next epi, baby. In 2 weeks, we can do that one. So everyone who wants to join that one, pop in the next show. We'll do it at the end of the show again. But yeah, there's possibility we'll do more. It depends on kind of where I want to go with some of my collection. I'm very careful about figures I open and figures I don't. But yeah, we'll see here. But Toy Mafia, you'll definitely be included in the next one. Zach, god damn it, said send me a Peter B and Prowler. I'm guessing from Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
No,
I
just
haven't
send
even
him.
seen those.
Just send him a B-hole pick.
That'll align with what he's used to getting.
No, he's used to sending them. So
Yeah. That After Dark was an experience, man.
dude, it's that segment's in the best of 2020.
So good.
Dude, I was in the car with my friend from work, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "It's fucked up, right?"
Oh my god.
People take their toy hunting game seriously.
That'll work too. God damn it. I gotta pay attention more, or like not pay attention, but I gotta plan better for After Dark, because I had an absolute blast. I think I've only been on there one time.
Dude,
And I got-
it was when we were up until fucking 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yes, because you were trying to reserve that or pre-order that
The VF1S Chigogan. I
Yes.
almost bought it today. It's $300 though.
it is.
Okay, so when I pre-ordered it, or when I tried to, it was $180,
Mhm.
and then the shipping would have been like $20. So $200 I could have gotten it. They're on eBay now in Japan, free shipping $309 or $300. Or if I want to get one in the country, they're like $600. Man, fuck you people.
Oh my
But
god.
I think maybe next payday I'll just get it, and because it's only gonna get more expensive, because I paid $420 for my other one.
Yeah. So you think you'll end up with it eventually?
Yeah, dude, I'll probably just fucking order it tomorrow if I'm being honest.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for listening to Small Talk, the show where we absolutely talk about nothing important. Might have messed that up. My name is Dylan. Thanks for joining us, Dean, Eddie, and Sean.
Thank you for
Have a good
having
night.
me.
Absolutely. You guys are invited anytime. We'll for sure have to kind of do a one-on-one show next time with each of you guys here. That'll be a blast. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.